you doing? Okay. So, I've been playing a new game, Diablo 2 Resurrected. I'm also testing out a new mic. Let me see here. Yeah, look at this queue. Isn't that crazy? It's 10 a.m. Central Daylight Saving Time. Alright, so Diablo 2. Well, I used to play Diablo back in the day when it first came out, the very first Diablo, and then I played Diablo 2. And it is definitely one of my all-time favorite games. I actually adopted the online name Diamid in Diablo. I was reading, well, see if you can figure it out. I was reading an ancient epic poem at the time. Coffee. So, Diablo 2 Resurrected is out. I have a level 17 paladin, as you can see. I like tanky classes, I like melee, so it's pretty much a no-brainer. Early impressions. It's basically a reskin. My understanding is they've made almost no changes to the base game. They've made almost no changes to things like inventory, class skills. As you can see, this is the skill tree system. I am playing what's called a Holy Fire Paladin. I'll play the Holy Fire through normal, and then the Nightmare I'm going to respec to a Hammerden. And for people that play a lot of Diablo 2 or Diablo 3, you'd be like, yeah, of course you are. So there's nothing revolutionary about this build. I didn't come up with it. This is pretty standard stuff out on the in the community. So you have, you put a point here, and then when you hit level 12, you can buy a point with this skill. These lines aren't necessarily related, so you could take this, and then you can see the arrow going here. Unlock that at 18. These are your resistances, but these are all auras. So the paladin is different in that he has to equip an aura. He has to pick, right? So usually what folks do is they usually pick a single aura and then just spec the hell out of it. And there are synergies, so you can see at the bottom here, Holy Fire receives bonuses from resist and from salvation, and so I have put things in resist fire, and I'll continue. I will add some to resist fire later. A lot of skills in Diablo 2 only benefit really from 1 point, and so I just put a point in sacrifice, never even used it. And then when I got to higher level, I started using Zeal. The equipment system in this game is pretty interesting. Diablo's always, it was one of the first. It was one of the first games with a really impressive randomized loot system. Hold on. Oh, coffee, you complete me. And so you're out looking for gear. You've got the normal gray, white, green. Green? No, just blue. So then blue, and then there's let me see. There's uniques, right? So these are really good. You can see this thing has a ton of buffs on it. But it's random. It's completely randomized, and that can kick you in the ass sometimes. RNGesus can just flip you double birds, and you can look here and see all of these uniques that I've gotten. And none of them are really appropriate, except this scepter for a paladin. So that can be frustrating. One thing that's kind of weird about this game is it has a run-walk toggle, the R key. You really need to stay on top of this as a paladin. Other classes don't care so much. But you have a stamina bar right here. I'm in town, so it's not burning. But yeah, you gotta keep an eye on that. There's my respec. When you finish the first quest in Chapter 1, you get an early respec. Don't burn it. Hold on to it, right? And so Diablo 2 uses kind of an old Dungeons and Dragons loot holdover of you have to identify magic items before you can use them, and before you can get full value out of them. So that's kind of a problem, kinda. If you're not used to that, it can be a little annoying trying to figure out. Later in the game, there's a guy you can save, and then he identifies your stuff for free. You gotta come back to town to do it, but early on, a lot of your progress is gated because you're spending so much money on scrolls of identify. They do drop, but sometimes, you know, once again, it's RNGesus. Sometimes you just get screwed, you know. You have a mana belt. So you see here this sash. See where it has belt size, 4 slots. So it's added +4 to my potion belt. That can get a little annoying. You can see there's light and healing potions, and you wind up playing pack-space Tetris a lot in this game, and that can, well, sometimes it just sucks. You know, it's annoying. You do have locked chest, so you do need to pick up some keys. And you can see we have our chest armor, hands, head, boots, and your belt. And you got 2 rings, an amulet, then an offhand, and a main hand. In terms of pack space, you get 1 personal, and then you get these 3 shared with all your other characters. So you can use these 3 shared buttons to twink alts, which is really, that's all the replayability in this game. So, you know, I hope you like alts. You know, $40 is a lot to ask for a 20-year-old game. Not gonna lie. It's yeah, this is gonna be a tough fit for someone who, especially if you don't like action RPGs. This is definitely an action RPG. This is not what people would call I'm doing air quotes here, true RPG, right? Okay, so it's story light, okay, and you are on rails, all right. There's not a lot of variation here, okay. And a lot of these stats aren't like this faster hit recovery, FHR. That might not seem important to people who haven't done any research or who never played Diablo, but when the monster hits you, you cue off an animation taking a hit. You can get stun locked if you don't have some FHR on you. And there's breakpoints in this game in terms of the number of frames an animation takes. And so if you really want to min-max your character, you have to go look up these breakpoints for casting animations and the hit recovery. And you need to know what percentages of hit recovery and faster casting rate. So yeah, you can get bigger belts that add more and more slots for your potion belt here, so that's nice. The game uses a rune system, which might seem a little strange if you've never played Diablo 2. And so you can start getting these runes in Chapter 1 off this NPC called the Countess, and I'll show you that in just a second. And you have to combine these runes in specific orders to get specific effects. Okay, so you might want to look into that. And you want to hold on to normal 2-slot weapons, normal 2-slot armor. Later, you want 3 and 4 slots as you get bigger, more powerful rune words you can create. Okay, so let's just go do a Countess run, and I'll show you what the combat looks like. The areas are procedurally generated. You can hold down the Alt key here. like I said, you gotta watch out. You need to slow down. Really need to slow down. Oh, now here we go. So this is what's called an Uber or Elite Pack. They are very important. You get a lot of extra. There's these shrines spread all throughout the world, and they give different buffs. You see, that's resist. This buffs up my skills. Let me show you that. And you can see they're all +2. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and it lasts for a few minutes. Let's go in here. And this is what you're gonna do in Diablo 2. You are going to replay the same area over. This is the mini map. Oh, yeah, you're gonna replay the same area over and over and over and over and over. Because you're gonna be farming, right? You can see this holy fire paladin build is quite effective in normal. The game has 3 difficulties: normal, nightmare, and hell, and that's the main part of the excuse me. That's the main part of the gameplay loop. Darn. Ragweed is kicking my ass. So yeah, you basically try to finish the game. You will. You finish the game on normal, and then you go through the exact same content, the exact same areas on nightmare. The monsters are more difficult. They have more hit points. They have more brutal buffs and debuffs on them. At some, because that's random on these elite packs or Ubers or whatever you want to call them. See, like here's an elite pack here. Yeah, got that damn freeze. That freeze just messes me up. But you get. Oh, here we go. Pack space Tetris. Let me see here. Yeah. So, yeah, you're gonna play through on normal, finish the game, kill Diablo. I mean, that's what the game's about: getting to Diablo, killing Diablo, and then you replay on Nightmare, right? And you level up, and you go through, and then eventually you just want to get on to Hell difficulty, and you just start farming, right? At a certain point, you'll get bored with it and you'll quit. But yeah, so this is, it's just leveling up your character, getting new gear. You need to have some kind of build. You really do. Because there's a limited number of respecs to most, I would say most players, because you can farm. There's basically 4 main bosses, and you can farm them over and over again on Hell difficulty. Ow! You can see these potions they're a combination of instant heal and then a hot, right? But so yeah, on the Hell difficulty, you can farm these 4 bosses over and over and over again, and they drop these items that you can combine in this thing called the Herodric Cube. And so here, this is how you quickly move from the dungeon back to town. So this is the town portal, and if you're playing multiplayer. By the way, this game is really geared towards co-op. I think it's 8-person co-op. I haven't confirmed that, so take that with a grain of salt. I'm not, but I think that's what it is. You see these books, these tomes. They hold town portal scrolls and identify scrolls, and so as you buy them and pick them up, they will automatically slot in this book. So it does take 2 spaces, but it'll hold 20. So, you know, that's good. And so you identify all the stuff here, and I think I need. She sells. She also heals you, so I try to keep 2 on there. So if I find something that I might want to equip. And sometimes you lose money in this process. Sometimes this stuff sells for less than the components you put into it. And so then you just pop back through your town portals. Okay. And I get the old hunter's bow here. What am I doing on potions? Yeah, we're good. Oh, I need coffee. Alright. So we'll go kill the countess here real quick. Oh wait, sometimes there's gold in here. Yeah, I always try to hit R. You can break these barrels, but quite frankly, I think it's a waste because they blow up a lot of the times. I know you can get drops from them. Ooh, an amulet! Yay! Yeah, and this, you know, early on, or whenever you're going into a new place, here comes the countess. You see, she cast firewall. Don't stand in the fire. Here's the countess. Easy peasy. And she drops. God, the game will not give me the runes I'm looking for. And so that's basically it. And then what I do on these countess runs is I just save and exit. I don't bother going back to town. If you die, by the way, you can do this to get your body back. You do have to do corpse runs. And so then you just restart your game, and you're back in town. Your body would be sitting there if you wanted to do that. And there's all our stuff, right? That's Diablo 2 Resurrected. $40. For me, it was worth it. I love Diablo. I love Diablo 2. My buddies love Diablo 2. And I've got several of my friends who are getting back into it. And I'm usually the lead scout for the group, so, you know, here I am. Oh, we got here poison resistant. That's interesting. Might want to try that out. You know, to me it's just very chill. I can just get in here and you know, goof around for an hour or two, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, however much time you got. Now the BattleNet servers have been less than reliable, let's just say. So I haven't tried to do any multiplayer right now. Let's see here. And I don't have a multiplayer character yet. But there have been several times during the day, you know, I've tried to log in and it gives me this, you know, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's given me a 136 person queue to get into the BattleNet and play online. That's bad. That's really bad. I don't know what the hell's going on with BattleNet. Oh, 1,000, nice. Yeah, so I mean that's definitely disappointing. You know, if you're gonna want to play this exclusively multiplayer, you might want to research that before you commit, because you know it's $40 and I'm getting too many towel rooms. This is just crazy. There's an ith. So yeah, that's that's Diablo 2 Resurrected. It's worth it for me, again, because I love Diablo 2. I enjoyed Diablo 3, but you know, it's cool to come back and, you know, munch on the member berries, and see how the, you know, kind of bring back those memories of playing Diablo 2. The graphics are nice. It runs glass smooth. I haven't had any. Of course, I gotta, you know, if you watch my other videos, you know, I just recently, in the last 3 weeks, got a 3060 Ti. So talk about overkill to play this game. Yeah, my system is way too powerful to run this. I mean, Blizzard says the minimum card for this is a 660 and some, you know, one or dual core piece of crap ancient processor. So if you've got an old computer, this game should run just fine. And I'm running it on max settings. If you see here, I mean, will it show on my? Yeah, everything's on very high or ultra. I turned everything way up. It does actually play. Oh wait, legacy mode. Okay, no. So I'm actually at 1440p. And you can see it looks nice. You know, runs smooth. You know, the sound effects are nice. It's just a really engaging, addicting action RPG. So, you know, if you like Diablo 3, and if you don't mind playing offline, this is definitely or if you just want to play offline, this is definitely a game you should pick up. If you don't like action RPGs, 3D isometric, third-person isometric view, if you want story, you know, if you want a really complicated combat system that requires you to push a lot of different buttons, this is not the game for you. But I think it's fun. I think it's chill. For me, it's worth $40. For other people, it might not be. But that's it. That's Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's what I've been doing. I hope the new microphone sounds good. I'm not intending to record all of my content using this mic. I just wanted to give you an idea what it's a Razor Blackshark V2 Pro wireless. It sounds amazing. It's super comfortable, super lightweight. It fits my earlobes quite nicely. The Corsair Virtuoso 2 that I used to use just wore a raw spot on my earlobe. It just wasn't comfortable for me. Those sound good. These sound good too. In fact, I think these sound a little better. And I think the microphone's better. But tell me what you think of this mic. I'll process it through HitFilm and try to clean it up for you as best I can. But so yeah, this is Diablo 2 Resurrected. This is the Razor Blackshark 2 microphone and headset. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.